All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the Cup Chasers podcast. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Manchester City are the FA Cup champions once again this season. That's two down. There's only one more to go in the treble. And if you're excited about that, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and get the notification bell on. We'll be talking about City's treble win very, very soon. Do we think that Haaland's I thought he had a good game. It was one of those games where you're never going to hear it from any commentator, but I thought he was decent. I thought he was just as he's been shown at the end of the year, he's able to come back a lot for the ball and hold the ball up. I loved when he spun Varane. Classic forwards play. You got to love that. Should have scored. Should have scored on the cross where it was like he did this. He even did this after, So, do we think that this is a dent to the confidence for Saturday, or do we think that he's not even worried about it? He's just ready.
I think he's playing his role. Like he's fallen into this trust where if he's not the one putting it in, someone behind him is going to put the ball in the net. So it's taken this. Like you can kind of see it. He was hungry, and you still see the hunger. And then you look at it, and then you see the confidence in his teammates because you see like it's not the weight isn't there. Like there was a moment there where it was like, oh, Haaland's not scoring, so City's not going to do well. And you could see him kind of stumbling through like I use quotes here, bad form, just because he didn't bag one in 3 games, and he's on course to hit 60 this season.
Mm-hmm.
But you kind of see him fall back on that, and he's more willing to pass to his teammates. He's more willing to play a give and go role, or use himself as I'll take this pressure because they're all going to gun and target me, and then it leaves De Bruyne open at the edge of the box or Gundogan at the edge of the box, and since he can free up space for those guys, and you see him really falling into that trust and falling into Pep's system, and then with his role, like yes, he's there to score goals, but he can play that hold up. He can play that layoff and assume the pressure, like we've seen him done in the past couple of games, and they've come out on top.
Well, another thing to just jump on top of what X had said very profoundly, I think the thing that exists also is, strikers are ego people. They want to score goals. But the thing about it is, and I'm saying this respectfully because I think he's a fantastic player. Do I want to be Harry Kane and score a lot of goals, or do I want to be Benzema and have trophies? And I'm taking the trophies. And if in my first year I break the league record for goals, the team record for goals, I have the most goals in the cup competition, and I got a chance to win all 3 and make history, I don't care who scores. Just put them in. Just put them. I just want to win, because at that point it's just about winning. Oh, you didn't win it's sort of the goofy NBA thing of you went to the NBA finals but you didn't win MVP. I don't care. I want the ring. That's all I want, this ring. Right, I don't care about anything else. I want to win. If I get the plaudits, cool. But I want to win.
Speaking of not winning the award, the literal one award that Haaland didn't win this season, he's not actually the Golden Boot winner for the FA Cup.
No, he's not.
Paul Mullen, Wrexham FC, was the Golden Ball winner of the FA Cup this season. How about that? That was awesome. A little shout out to Wrexham.
That's really cool.
But yeah, so segues are weird, but I think that looking forward, it's definitely a big boost for Saturday.
100%.
I'm curious, not having watched as much Inter. I mean, obviously, I watched the capitulation to the referees at Stamford Bridge. But yeah, I've only seen a handful of Inter games this season.
Yeah, that was Milan.
That was Milan. That wasn't Inter.
Oh, that's even worse.
That was Milan. Yeah, that was when
Tamori caught his red off some BS.
Tamori caught his red on Mount.
Yeah, Mason Mount takes a dive in the box. Yeah. So
don't grab his jersey, bro.
I mean, what are we expecting to see from them? Do we think it's going to be a sit back encounter, or because they
Lukaku
controlled
with
the
game
derby in the
winner.
semifinal. They kind of controlled the game in the semifinal versus AC Milan.
Yeah.
But, no one controls games versus City. Madrid didn't even control those games.
That's why
Arsenal
Milan,
didn't get close.
that's why I
you know.
kind of wanted Milan to be there because I think Milan has a little bit more of a counter-attacking team because you already know they're only going to AC Milan. Because while they have Lautaro and they have Lukaku and you just don't see flyers on that Inter squad like you do on that Milan squad. And if you're not going to have the majority of the ball, you need those breaks, which is why in my heart of hearts, I wanted to see Milan advance because I thought it was going to be at least a better game. Because if City gets the ball, they go one up early. It's going to be an easy long night for Inter, easy night in Istanbul for.
I don't
City.
know. I don't know if it's going to be that
I don't think
easy.
it's going to be easy, actually.
do.
I think initially, after both games were played, everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, City's going to smash," and they still will. They still might. I'm not saying they won't.
They're going to smash.
But as we get away from it, and you start to kind of look at matchups, and this could be a really, really good game. You got Dzeko, who is really good at holding up the ball. He will run at people. So that'll be interesting to see how, if he gets the ball. First off, that's the biggest thing. Can they get the ball?
How long can Dzeko stay in the game?
Well, he'll play about 75 minutes, and then they'll bring on Lukaku. That's what
But
they
Inter are good at keeping the ball as well.
Yeah, but I mean,
will they try to? That's
City. It's like City keeping the ball and Inter. Yeah, they can do it, but we're talking about City here. John Stone's out here just faking out defenders. Man.
Yeah. Having long range thunderbolts from Johnny Stones.
But yeah, I watched both legs of that, the Inter Milan tie. And then I watched some of the Inter versus was it Benfica? I think it was Benfica that they played.
The round before.
No, they had Porto. They had somebody else.
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
I think AC Milan had Benfica. But anyways,
so it was in the quarterfinal.
It's clear that Inter likes to play the ball up, run off of the 9. That's why Lukaku and Dzeko have been pretty good. They're kind of interchangeable. Dzeko gets the start because he's a little bit more talented.
See that?
It can hold up the ball, can not, just turn it over like Lukaku can. Lautaro Martinez has been really good playing with Dzeko.
He was fantastic in that second leg.
Yeah. Of course, my man Onana's in goal. You gotta give him a shout out. I'm again, after the 2 games were completed, it was like, man, I don't know how Inter's going to do this. I think they got a chance, and that's all they can ask for. It's a one-off. If it was a tie, if it was a 2-legged tie, yeah, Inter doesn't have a chance. But it's a one-off.
People said the same thing about us.
Yeah. It's a one-off on a neutral field. You never know what will happen.
Inter played Benfica.
Okay. So I watched some of that one. Benfica missed some opportunities to score, but in general, Inter's defense was pretty good against Benfica. And then they kind of grinded it out, found a goal. Then they carried it over to the next one, and then they just blew them out. I think in the second leg, it was not even close. But I'm excited about it. It doesn't have for the History FC part, you got Inter.
Yeah.
For the new fan, you got City. So it's got a little bit of an interesting, subplot in there too. But I still gotta go with City in the end. I think Inter can give them a game, but I gotta go with City. I know them more first off, but I just think that they're just built for this moment.
How you feeling as a fan, Lewis?
It's such a weird thing, right? Because I listened to Guardiola's. Well, actually, I heard the Inter comments first, and they're feisty, right? They're talking feisty, which I respect. They should, you know.
You should. Yeah, you're in the Champions League final. You can't just be like,
Right.
"Oh, we're about to tank this game." And
Well, you know,
lay
like
down.
Martinez said something like, "Hey, you know, they need to get ready for me." Okay, fair enough. And it was the manager said something as well, and I'm like, you know what? I have no problem with those things. I think those things are cool, but it's always to me whenever they people throw out they don't respect us trope, which that doesn't exist. There's not one city comment where they've never talked bad about any opponent. They always take them all seriously because
Yeah.
not to sort of be that guy, but they haven't won anything yet, right? I mean, they've won, but they haven't won. So until you win, you don't really. I mean, what license do you have to talk that way, right? Inter has won the Champions League 3 times. So I mean, you look at that, the lifetime of the two teams is 1-1, right? So you look at that and you say, well, and then you got Italian ball, right? So you're playing Italian ball versus Premier League, kind of Premier League Spanish hybrid ball, right? And so you're like, okay,
Yeah.
right. And so you're like, well, how do you counter that? Well, I mean, like the question of, well, what comes out is Walker going to start, or is it going to be a Kanji and Ake, right? Because Ake got to run, so obviously he's good. Everybody's healthy. It looks like Walker probably will start just to deal with pace. And then so you figure who plays on the other side. I ignore rumors because more than likely the team lineup will stay the same, even though Pep is addressed. He tinkers, and that for example, when they played Chelsea in the last Champions League final they said, well, why didn't you start Rodri instead? And that was one that a lot of people blamed for the loss in that game. And he said
there was a massive gap in that midfield, that's for sure.
Well, it was, and so
Conte loved it.
And he said he had a reason for it. He said he had a reason for doing it. And he said, if we won, I'm a genius. And we lost. So, it is what it is. And I mean,
De Bruyne not went out in that game, it's a lot. Anyway, I don't want to get off on that.
Well, and no, you are a great point to the segue. So one of the Inter players, the defenders said, they said something along the lines that we're going to do what Rudiger did to Haaland. Now, I don't know what context they meant, but the only thing I remember, I mean, obviously Rudiger played a very good game in that Champions League final, but the standout moment of what Rudiger did in that game was breaking De Bruyne's face.
And his face. That too. The tackle on Foden was...
I mean, yeah, you guys.
Yeah, that tackle on Foden was ridiculous.
Breaking De Bruyne's face in the game changed the whole game.
Changed the whole game. Yes,
it changed the whole game. And so, I mean, the team, there's a different sort of depth in those positions. So, okay, while we're not saying, yes, go break Haaland's face, but do you want Alvarez to come on and eat you? Exactly. And so, okay, you break De Bruyne's face. Do you want Alvarez again to come on and take that spot, or Foden? So, there's a different preparation that this team has. There's a different depth and sort of security in who they are, as long as he kind of runs the same lineup. So I think it'll be competitive. Like you said, Patrick, it's a one-off. It's in a neutral site. Anything can happen. Would I love for it to be a battering that City wins? Absolutely. Because what it would do is I could feel in my spirit the salty tears of the History FC people just completely washing over me like one of those movies of happiness, right?
I feel like the English media is just ready to hate.
Oh, they're ready for City.
Ready for y'all to lose so bad.
And the funny thing is, Pep said that he said it in the presser. He said, they said, so do you think that the English will be rooting for you? He's like, no, I don't think so. He said, he said we have rivals, and you would guess that the Premier League would want the Champions League to come back, but
come back to the Premier.
We don't think they want us to win. And then a bunch of City fans was like, West Ham wants you to win, and so we'll take that. We'll take the West Ham Chester City sort of union that's there, and and
I
except
just feel like most people that aren't wearing blue on one side of Manchester and then everywhere else in the world, it's like, you know what? We don't really want to see this.
Right.
Oh
and
yeah,
so-
if you go on Twitter and just look at other teams, Chelsea, Arsenal, all that, everybody's pulling for City to lose. Because I think honestly, it's a statement of just what that club is now. When you win domestically, it's like, okay, they're on a run, this, that, and the other. But when you win
that tournament and
that
have a
tournament,
home cup with the same squad, it's solidified. You're exact. That's what makes your
Look,
legend.
United and Liverpool fans are the only fans that have reason to hate Manchester City.
I
United,
don't hate City.
they're the little brother. United is because City are the little brother. Liverpool, because in the last 5 seasons, they've caused Liverpool fans so much heartbreak, and I've experienced some
Maybe
of that
Liverpool
this
would have been on top for
you know. But and even after this season, me personally, as an Arsenal fan, heartbroken as I am, I don't care, honestly. I want to see a good game. I just don't want to see a 4-0. I would love to see Haaland score the 94th minute winner and just put a nice little bow around everything that was supposed to happen for City this season. He comes to the team to win the Champions League, and he's gone and done it, as well as smashing all these records. So I think that would be a great football story. I wouldn't have a problem with that at all.
See, I'm on the other side of the script. I want Lukaku to hit the game winner to redeem himself and stay at Inter. Do you hear me, guys? He hits the game winner and they buy him so he can get off our books.
They can't afford him.
They will if they win that Champions League.
I don't know if he's. I don't know if Lukaku scores the winner to win the Champions League. I don't think that erases his World Cup performance. I don't think that just you can just go back on how bad he's been for 6 months because he's scored. That's the Kai Havertz argument. Kai Havertz argument. Kai Havertz scored 1 goal that mattered in his entire career, and he's been trash ever since. But Chelsea, or maybe not all Chelsea fans, but certainly Chelsea coaches have been in love with him ever since. So that's a horrible argument. That 1 goal makes you. Because seven games makes Messi win the Ballon d'Or. Come on, guys. Like, this is,
We'll see that happen, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. And Chelsea fans are always going to be able to say, oh, how many Champions Leagues do you have? We got more Champions Leagues, blah, blah, blah.
For now.
Well, yeah, for now. But I'm just saying, like, I think that if they complete this and, Haaland's the hero, I think it'd be a wonderful story, And so I don't have any issues with Man City. For me, where all the hate comes from, classic Franco. They hate us because they ain't us. It's straight up jealousy. Every single team on the planet would kill to be City.
Oh yeah.
Well, but the funny thing is not only would they kill, they had the opportunity to do it because no one stopped them from buying. Who was looking to buy De Bruyne? He was supposed to be a flop. No one was looking to buy Rodri. Who was looking for Ruben Diaz?
I don't know about De Bruyne because he had a really good.
No, he was great at Wolfsburg. He broke a record.
Wolfsburg.
He had like 20 assists. But think about what was the narrative when he went to City? He's a flop. Immediately, there was commentators that like he won't cut it.
Right.
They said he wouldn't cut it.
Yeah.
Nobody was looking for Diaz. They said Ake was trash. I mean, I could name the players that nobody wanted these guys, but now all of a sudden that City got some now. Oh, well, look who they have. What are you talking about? Because I saw a comment, and I love to read the comments where they said, well, as the one I sent you guys earlier, where they said, well, City's, if they win the treble, it won't be special because United had 6 academy players in their team. How many dudes does City play? I'm like, well, they play 3. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's an easy one. Phil Foden came from the academy. I know everyone wants him to be bought for a whole bunch of money. He came from the academy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's just weird because my mentality is this: just because we win doesn't make you less relevant. It doesn't take anything away from you. Okay, you wanted to win, but you've been out the tournament like United, Pool. You've been out the tournament a long time ago. What you talking about? Why are you worried about us now? You've been gone.
Mhm.
Don't like that. That's like a dude being mad because your girlfriend 5 girlfriends ago got married to somebody. Dude, no one's thinking about you.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Well, she could have been my girlfriend. Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah.
Just
I'm with you. It's all noise really, and I can't wait for all that noise to be coming Arsenal's way, to be honest with you. Because if you're not out here making haters, you're not working hard enough.
correct.
But if you're excited about Manchester City's imminent treble, or if you think that Inter might spoil the party, go
We're not
ahead and
doing
hit the like button.
predictions on this one.
Hmm?
We're not going to do predictions on this one.
All right, yeah. Hey, let's do predictions. Sure,
Well, I
go
have a
for it.
question. Because as I'm the guy, so what's the narrative? Inter wins the cup. What's the narrative? Did they slay Goliath? Is that what the narrative is?
It's the
Yeah,
Bayern
I mean the way y'all been
I think
built
that's
up, I think
unfair.
so.
I think that's unfair, but yeah, I mean, Manchester United fans, their heads will explode. They'll be so happy.
They might buy some Lautaro Martinez jerseys and may try to buy him away.
Yeah,
Just as
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be shocked.
It's the
I think
Chelsea
it'll be a
Bayern story all
shocking
over again.
result. I mean, I really think City are gonna win, and
Yeah.
if Patrick wants a prediction, I'm going 3-1.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna go 2-0 City.
I
I'm
think
gonna go
Inter got a goal.
2-1.
City
I'm
like
gonna
to give up at least one goal.
Yeah,
I
Lewis
got
does say
2-1 as
that.
well. 2-1.
Nice, nice. Yeah. Well, whether
Patrick, did you pick?
predicting it.
Did you pick a super?
Yeah, what'd you say, Patrick?
I said 2-1.
1.
City. Yeah.
Nice. Perfect. Well, whether you're predicting an Inter win or a City win, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel and get that notification bell on. We'll definitely be back real soon.